Rudy, for this discussion, we'll be talking about the insurance proposal that I shared with you, because the coverage that you need is 20 million.
Okay.
But before I share the product, maybe I would like to ask you, Rudy, in your opinion, why do we need to buy insurance?
To protect myself. Yeah.
Anything else?
From difficulty, to be responsible over my family if that things happen to me.
Okay. And how does buying an insurance product able to help you to protect your family?
By if something happened to me and I cannot do any work anymore, well, my family is well insured. They will have money for themselves.
Exactly what you said just now, Rudy. So when we buy insurance policy, wouldn't you agree it's not really for us, but it's actually for our family, yeah?
Yes, that's true.
Okay, so maybe I'd like to share why do we need to buy insurance. You see, Rudy, when we are healthy, we get income and then we spend it through our expenses, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so our income is higher as compared to our expenses. It makes sense.
Yes.
This is when we are healthy.
Yes.
And the balance of our spending will be our savings. So income minus our expenses will become our savings.
That's right.
Right? When we lose our job, let's say we lose our job, we no longer have income, but our expenses continue, correct?
That's right.
Yep. And that's when we need to start to use our savings to actually pay for our expenses because we no longer have income.
Yes.
But really, what happens when we are sick?
Yeah. No income.
Exactly. Imagine that we are sick, we do not have income, but it's actually even worse as compared to when we lose our job. Because now that we are sick, wouldn't you agree that our expenses will also go up?
Yes.
And when our expenses go up, wouldn't you agree that it will dip into our saving? And if our saving actually is not enough, we might actually fall into debt.
Yes, that's true.
That's true, right? And this is how insurance can help us. Because you see, when we have an insurance policy, what happens is that they will pay out a lump sum, and then the lump sum will actually help us to cover our debts and our expenses during this period of time when we don't have income.
Okay.
So wouldn't you agree that having such an instrument is actually very useful for us?
Absolutely.
Okay, pause for a while. So you notice I get a lot of agreement from Rudy, yeah? I asked a lot of questions to Rudy for him to agree with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so next I share the kind of bills we are looking at, especially in Singapore. It's actually quite pricey. When you go to the hospital, it could be as high as $1 million even for just a couple of days in the ward lah. This is I think 2 months. You admitted from this client of ours admitted in February until April, it becomes $1 million already.
Oh my God.
1 million is how many rupiah?
1 million is about 10 billion.
10 billion in 2 months. Okay, so that's why it's important for us to have a form of coverage to help to cover all this. Okay, so I actually show my client.
Hang on, guys. Ternyata ini gold is not enough.
It's enough kok, Rudy. The different, ini penyakitnya sakitnya parah banget sampai 1 million.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So the reason why I show all this is to show the client why it's important for them to have insurance.
Okay.
So next, I will actually share with them how the strategy actually helped our client. Okay. So maybe I just show you guys a preview on what I do lah. Okay. So Rudy, in our lifetime, we have 2 different phases of our life, from the moment we are working until retirement and from retirement until death.
That's right.
Okay. So throughout our whole life, the basic insurance plans that we will need will be the medical and the accident plans. During our working years is when we are earning income, and then subsequently we no longer have income.
That's true.
Yeah. So what we will do during the first half of our life is that we will focus on income replacement plans to help us in the event that we need to do claims. Okay. The second half of our life, we will focus on retirement plans. And the retirement plans will help us to get passive income during our retirement years.
Okay.
So what we are trying to do is we are trying to mitigate the risk of us dying too young or living too long and not having enough income. Both is also a problem, wouldn't you agree?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah? Okay, great. So when we want to look at the different kind of plans in the market, we have to first understand what are the different options available to us. Yeah. So this is where I explain buy term and invest the rest is actually better. So I share with my clients the different kind of products in the market. Okay, we have term, we have whole life, we have savings plan. And this is how much each of the plan will cost them.
Okay.
Okay, so Rudy, when you look at this comparison, a term plan will cost you about 1,500 a year. Whole life will cost you about 11,000. Savings plan will cost you about 35,000. Rudy, if you want to buy insurance, which one would you be leaning towards?
Yeah, pay the least lah.
You want to pay the least, right?
Absolutely.
But wouldn't you agree with me? There's also some limitations.
Okay.
And what's the limitation that you see by paying the least?
Oh, till I'm 70.
Only 70, and also there's no surrender value.
Mm.
Okay, but I agree with you the importance of actually having a highest coverage. Okay, but what if we can get high coverage while also getting high returns? Do you think that is possible?
How?
But do you think that is possible?
Yeah, I think so. If you say it's possible.
The answer is actually quite hard because no company will actually create such a product where you can get high returns and high coverage at the same time.
Oh, okay.
But maybe I'll share with you a strategy on how we are able to do it.
Okay, how?
Okay, so I'll move on to actually explain to Rudy how they can actually do comparison. Okay, when they buy term and they invest the difference as compared to just buying one plan.
Okay.
Okay, and through my strategy, I'm able to get him to get both, to get high returns while actually only paying a small price for insurance. Okay. And then I'll ask Rudy, what do you think of my strategy of buy term and invest the rest? Does it make sense?
Oh yeah, it makes sense.
What do you think about applying such strategy for yourself?
Yeah, possible.
Okay. So let's say Rudy already agree to my strategy. He liked my strategy. Then I just need to move on to the product. But then I don't need to explain all this really because all this is the dilemma my client face. So for example, whole life plan, my client will have a dilemma during retirement years. I don't need to explain to him this portion because he already agree with my planning.
Yeah.
If he doesn't agree with my planning, I need to explain this part. But if he doesn't agree, then if he doesn't agree, I explain. If he already agree, I don't waste his time by explaining.
Okay.
Okay. So this is how I do buy term and invest the rest. And if he like it, I'll just need to share the product already. Okay.
Yeah.
So I do a summary. Oh yeah, remember to do summary of what you just mentioned. So this is the summary of what we are talking about to match your plans according to your needs. The first half of your life, we are actually needing plans because we have high level of responsibility. We want to take care of our kids, want to buy a house, want to buy a car. During our retirement years, we need a high level of liquidity for our retirement needs. Okay. And this is how we actually meet those needs. Okay. By buying a term plan and investing the rest. Okay. So next, I just need to move on to the product itself. So I explained how the product works here. This is product ready. Okay. But again, if you realize it all falls in the same category. It starts with why they need to buy the insurance plan, followed by the strategy. Once they agree on the strategy, I just move on to the why.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's actually my presentation for insurance for buy term invest the rest.